brandy. Did I say brandy just when we were coming on the air?
Yeah.
Because why not? I should have started drinking this afternoon.
One of those kind of days.
But this is our happy place, so here we are. And it stopped snowing, I think.
It's like we're living in a snow globe right now.
It's so beautiful. Oh, I felt like this chicken today. I should have had it in my car. My sister gave me the idea of keeping the rubber chicken in the car, and then when somebody's being a jerk, you just wave the rubber chicken at them.
You have really interesting decompression methods, Debriana.
I know, and they don't always involve drinking.
Always. But speaking of fruitcakes, you know, fruitcake takes so many different it's so many different roads to go. And what you're making tonight is a traditional Italian, quote unquote, Christmas fruitcake. But
it kind of is, yeah. I guess we're different that-ish.
Yeah. It's different.
But, yeah, it's different than fruitcake. I do make a fruitcake cookie that you make the fruitcake filling, but it's all real dried fruit, none of that red and green stuff. And you let the filling sit for a couple days in brandy. And then there's a pastry that you make and roll it up and then cut it into cookies. They're delicious.
Here's the thing. Let's just myth bust this right now. Like the fruit cakes with the horrible candy that you're talking about that like my parents used to get in the 70s for like a gift from friends, business gift.
If your friend didn't like you.
they were horrible. And so I got so jaded against those. But then when you meet somebody who really knows how to make a fruit cake and all the different, iterations, like the nougats and the Toronto and what you're making tonight with the Panforte and all that stuff. It's just, there's a whole sea of this genre, especially in Italy and other Mediterranean countries. It's so, they're just divine. They're just heaven. They're heavenly.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's saying we're two crazy ladies?
Calvin Smith.
Crazy ladies. Crazy as a crazy as a Oh, great. Okay, before you begin, we need to just tell the crowd something. Okay, so everybody, if you don't know this, Debriana is not normal in the cooking making sphere. No, okay, if you want to talk about crazy in a good way, she makes like over 800 cookies for people that she gives away. 13 different kinds of cookies in a tin that she gives to people for Christmas presents. It's amazing.
And
for years. And you started the shopping today for your cookies.
I did. I started shopping. Okay, so I already didn't have a good experience with Department of Motor Vehicles. I'll suffice it to say I put up a video about that. But then we left early in the morning to get there, and we're there for hours. And it then, between the time we left and the time we got done, started snowing. So I was not dressed for the occasion to stand in line at the grocery store.
Get the cookie stuff.
Yes, because I have a process of making cookies, things have to be done in a certain way, in a certain order, and I have things I have to do. So today was the day I needed to go get supplies. I got the last bag of hazelnuts. It is the nut I need the most, and I got one bag.
Wow.
After I stood in line in the snow. So they're not getting any more bags of hazelnuts until Saturday, maybe.
Oh, my God.
I know. It's weird what people are running out of. So I have enough to do tonight, and I have enough to do one other cookie, but I'm deciding I might have to Corona a few cookies. We'll see.
With different kinds of nuts? Then
they may not be. Like I make a salted coconut hazelnut cookie, and the outside of the cookie is rolled in chopped toasted hazelnuts. So I was like, well, I could do almonds. They're kind of a hard nut, but I hazelnuts to me are Italian Christmas thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I will have to see what happens this
I
year.
just want to express that last year when I got my tin of cookies from you, an absolute gift of pure love. The kids were like, "Mom, this Debriana's a good baker. Like she, like this isn't a joke. Like your cookies, this is like good stuff."
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate
Oh my
it.
God, so amazing. And you make them for so many people, and then you ship them.
We
And
ship
you
a lot. Yeah.
And all the stuff that
I
goes
always try and pick somebody new to send a secret Santa gift to, like so they're surprised when they get it. And so it's always fun to do that too.
Well, it's really, really special because I don't think people give away gorgeous baked goods the way they used to. Like when we were
Yeah.
growing up, like it was the thing. And that
Yeah.
was like, if somebody brought you this special baked thing, they put a lot into it and it meant something. And you didn't, you didn't expect or deserve or even need any kind of other gift. It was like, oh my God, we got so-and-so's, strudel or whatever. And it was just pure love,
Yeah, we grew up making lots and lots of baked stuff for people for sale. So it's not hard for me to do it. It's something I'm used to doing. My sisters bake a lot too. So we just grew up doing it. So it's different. I think I don't know if people do it that same way now, but that's definitely what happened in our family. So it's kind of second nature. I've been doing this my whole adult life.
It's pretty
Someday
amazing.
I'll tell you the story of my boyfriend at the time, who I found out was cheating on me, and he loved the cookies, and I stood there and took the entire bags of cookies and I dumped them in the trash, all of them, one after one. I was like,
maybe that's a good story for the cookbook.
they all went in the trash, every last one.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
You snooze, you lose on that cookie thing.
Yeah, and now I have a husband who would never be that. Here he is. Here's my husband.
Oh, he
loves
appreciates
cookies.
He loves your cookies. He loves
All
your
right,
cookies.
so here's the deal with this.
Okay. Explain to people what this is who might not know what it is. Explain what it is.
I think it's almost like a nougat. It's not quite candy, and it's definitely not a cake, although it has a little flour in it. It's nuts and raisins and prunes and figs and cherries and chocolate, and just a little bit of honey and sugar. And then you bake it for about an hour on a low oven, and you let it sit. That's why this gets made first, because you want the flavors to all meld. There's ginger and cloves in it, and so you want that to sit and meld. So I wrap it tight in a plastic and leave it for about a week before I start serving it. But because it's got all the fruits and nuts in it and chocolate, I consider it a breakfast energy bar.
It kind of sounds like an Italian energy bar.
Yeah. Yeah, see, someone said it sounds extremely healthy. That's always the way I look at it, that it feels like it's a really healthy thing to eat. And you don't eat a lot of it. Literally, I make like an inch square of it. And it's, to me, that's satisfying enough with all those fruits and stuff in it. So that's what I'm going to do.
Here we go. Here we go.
So this is a two-hander. I usually need my husband to help me a little bit with it because, well, you'll see. All right, so I'm going to mix in the bowl all the nuts and flours and everything that go first. Okay, Peggy, yes. These were kind of puny. These mission figs, look how little they are.
Okay, those are the smallest figs I've ever seen.
Look, tiny.
They're teeny.
I know. So usually I have to, cut them into, and the reason I know is because usually I cut them into quarters. Well, I'm not even sure I need to cut them. You do want to take the the hard stem off. And I need a cup of those, so I'm just gonna put them into a cup. But look how little! Oh my gosh,
that's the smallest figs I've ever seen. In Croatia, we call figs smokve, and it's like such a delicacy. If you tell someone you have figs, it's basically like saying "I love you forever." Like,
aww.
Yeah, it's just we love our
figs.
Yeah, we love figs.
We have a fig tree in the yard. It never has made a fig yet.
Really?
Yeah. It grows back every year, never makes a fig.
That's too bad.
I know, but we call it the fig bush, and we cover it. You know, when I was growing up in Connecticut, you could have, you know, my Italian relatives had fig trees. They all planted them, and you have to cover them in the winter. And so they would, my uncle would push the tree down into the dirt and cover it up all winter.
What? And then put it back up?
Yeah, and then in the spring it'd be going back up.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know, but clearly now you're getting an idea of how kooky I am.
We had
sense in my blood. Okay, this is really little. Look at this.
Wow.
It is the tiniest pig I've ever seen. But anyway, I'm gonna chop up a cup. Okay, so I'll talk to you about the nuts first.
Did they taste good?
Oh, they're delicious. Yeah. Oh, I ate one. Yeah.
Okay. All right, you tested them out.
Yeah, I had to eat. I was like, is this safe? These are so tiny. Anyway, I will tell you about the nuts.
Okay.
So
tell me about the nuts.
I'll tell you about the crazy nuts. You want them toasted before you put them in here. So I already did that. And when you toast hazelnuts, you want to get the skin off of it. The skins get flaky on hazelnut. So after they come out of the oven, you put them in a dish towel while they're still warm and rub them.
Okay.
In between the dish towel like this.
You're telling me that to rub the nuts? What are you telling me?
I am telling you to rub the nuts. That is what I'm telling you.
Okay, got it.
I told you I'm crazy. Rub your nuts.
Someone's saying, are you sure the figs aren't really raisins?
No, they're not raisins. They are in a thing called mission figs.
Right. I mean, they look like figs. They're just shrunken.
They're just the tiniest. I don't know. Maybe there was a drought. This is the tiniest, and they're very tasty, though, I have to say. So I'm going to go
maybe
with them.
They're concentrated because they're smaller and it's better. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to toast the nuts, and when you're toasting nuts, you have to be very careful in the oven. You really want to watch them because once they start to turn brown, you really need to get them out of there because they can burn easily.
If I had a nickel for every time I burned pine nuts,
oh, pine nuts, yeah, they're little.
They're really. I've done it so many times to curse them to the trash because 10 seconds over and you can't use them.
Yeah, exactly. And pine nuts are, geez, they're expensive.
I know. You don't want to do that. That's why you curse them to the trash.
Okay, this is a fig. No, look. One whole fig.
That's insane.
What happened? Seen them that small.
They got into a radioactive Italian fig factory.
I know. What? It's so weird. Okay, so there's a cup of figs. I'm going to throw these in the trash.
Okay. Cup of figs.
And I want a cup of soft prunes. And I always make sure you get pitted ones, right?
Yeah. Otherwise,
we're going to have to pick prunes.
A lot of work.
That is one not fun job.
No. Here you go. It's the prunes.
Yeah. So I'm cutting these into quarters. I guess I could have done that before you guys were here, but I didn't. The oven is on 300, and I can tell you that. And you use a spring-form pan.
Okay.
That is totally lined, so that means the sides and the bottom. Oh, my husband's showing you. Thank you, Hus.
Trying to zoom in.
Thank
I
you
have
for the visual. Thank
Yeah.
you for that.
It is buttered, and then that also helps the parchment stay in place.
What's in there? Is there something else in there besides butter? Oh,
Yes.
cocoa. I was like, what is that? Chocolate?
Yeah,
Okay.
cocoa instead of flour. You know how you flour the sides?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So
Okay.
there's cocoa on there. And
Okay.
what?
Someone's saying, okay, this is G-rated. Keep away from the porn, please. What are you making? Food porn? What are you talking about?
Softcore porn food.
Okay. Well, there are a lot of nuts in this. Okay. All right. I digress. So you put the cocoa in instead of flour. Like you floured the pan with butter and cocoa.
That is correct. Yeah. So I buttered the sides and the bottom, and that helped hold the paper in place.
Got it. Okay.
And then I buttered the other side of it and did just like you would with with flour, but I did it with cocoa.
Right. Okay.
And so usually, I don't know, sometimes they say what kind of cocoa to use. This recipe for some reason calls for Dutch. I don't know why, but I have it, so I'm gonna use it. Okay. So figs, prunes. I have hazelnuts. I'm going to add a cup of them in here. They're already toasted and rubbed. I've already rubbed my nuts.
It's the joke that keeps on giving.
That's the joke that keeps on giving. Yes, and actually at Trader Joe's, if you're lucky, unlike I was today, you can find them dry roasted and unsalted and already
oh, nice.
done.
Nice.
But
nice.
That was not my adventure today.
Okay.
Now I'm adding whole almonds that have already been toasted.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff right there.
And then I'm going to add a half a cup of raisins. I have these beautiful organic raisins.
Yum.
Yeah.
All the dried fruit.
Yeah, I know. That's why this is sort of fruit cakey, but there's only a little bit of flour in it, so I don't call it that. Oh, come on, open. Yeah. And then I'm going to add some dried cherries.
Oh, yeah. I love dried
half a cup of each. Whoops, hey, get in there. No escaping raisins. Get in there. Yeah, these cherries look so good. I had to get them. Look at dried Bing cherries.
Oh, love those.
They're going in. Okay. Then I add the flour. Where's my cup thing? Lower.
Someone asking, does Ghirardelli have cocoa powder? I'm pretty sure they do.
They do. I have it. Why? Do you want some?
She has it. Whoever that is, reveal yourself.
Okay, I just got the biggest. Look at this. I'll have to show you.
Okay.
This is ridiculous. I ordered it online. I had no idea. I'm like, why is it so expensive? Because it's big as my head.
There she goes. Did you get that from Costcovia?
No, I got it on Amazon. I didn't. I was like, oh, I just want the best cocoa. And this is beautiful premium cocoa powder. Wow. I will be having this for a long time.
That's the biggest jar of cocoa I've ever seen.
I know. It came in this big box. I'm like, what did I order? I opened it up. I'm like, oh my God, this is huge. Okay, so 2/3 of a cup of flour.
Okay.
See, that's all the flour that's in it. It's not much.
That's flourless, really.
Yeah, pretty much. I've never tried making it with anything else other than regular flour. Then I want 4 teaspoons of cocoa. And this is Dutch. I don't know why.
Okay.
They call for Dutch, but that's what I'm using.
How many years have you been making this, and where's the recipe from?
The original recipe I got from Gourmet magazine, and it's probably 20, 30 years old. I don't know, long time.
Okay.
Quarter of a teaspoon of salt, but I'm using my vanilla salt because that's how I am.
Yum.
Because that's how I am. And then I want a teaspoon of cinnamon. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I have this really beautiful Vietnamese cinnamon that I love, so I wanted to get that one. Yeah, it's very powerful, the smell of it. I love it. I love it to bake with. But we also have it in our coffee, so it lives by the coffee.
All of those ingredients right there must smell so good.
Yeah, this to me, when I start smelling it, it smells like Christmas is coming.
Yes, so Christmassy. Well, and not to on a tangent, but it is the first night of Hanukkah tonight.
Oh yes, it is. That's right.
In terms of the holidays, if people are celebrating that, happy first night of Hanukkah.
You know what I heard today? A friend of mine told me that there's a new deli in town, like the Real Deal Deli, New York Deli.
Really?
Did you know about it?
Where?
It's off Marquez, where that soup place used to be.
Oh.
And apparently the latkes there are really good.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out. That sounds yummy.
And you order ahead, and real Jewish food, corned beef and all that stuff. So that was 1/8 of a teaspoon of cloves, which I just ground up in my
freshly ground cloves.
Cloves, people. And now I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger.
That's it?
Yeah. What do you mean? Why? Because I'm going to add some fresh.
Okay.
That's it. Okay. This is for you, Liswa.
Oh my God.
I'm probably only going to do 1/2 teaspoon of this. I don't want it too
gingery.
Yeah, because you want to be able to taste all the other flavors coming through.
That's an overpowering flavor.
Yeah, it's really strong, as we like to say. Forte.
It's the Panforte.
Yeah, see, this thing is so awesome. If you guys don't have one, you should. This thing to grind ginger.
Okay, Christmas ideas for people. For those in your life that have everything in the kitchen.
Cinnamon, ginger, salt. Yes. All right. And all of the fruit. And now I'm just going to stir it up. So the flour and the cocoa and all the spices coat everything.
Yummy.
Yeah. So you just want to make sure everybody gets a little coating. And then I'm going to do the sugars, which I think I'll do those now, and I'll come back to this. Okay. So in the pan, we're going to do 2/3 of a cup of honey.
Okay.
And I always was taught that when you put when you're going to bring something up to a candy temperature, where is it? You want to make sure you don't get sugar up along the sides.
Right.
So that's 1/3 of a cup. Carefully added. And here's the next. And then I'm going to add sugar to that. And it has to be a certain temperature. So that's why I have that in there.
Okay.
I'm going to get to that stove now just a second. Okay, so that's 2/3 of a cup of honey.
Okay.
Honey. And then I'm going to add my regular sugar, which also has vanilla in it. And that's 3/4 of a cup. I tried to put vanilla beans in there.
This is the kind of energy bar I would eat. I feel like I'm sick of everything, and this sounds so good.
Oh, it is cherry, as my sister would say.
Someone's asking, is that a candy thermometer? I
Yes,
believe
it
so.
is.
I believe it is.
It
Yeah.
is indeed. Yeah, so you want the sugar mixed in with the honey. And then you want this to reach about between 238 and 240 in temperature.
Okay.
And then it's going to be, that's when it's all hands on deck, because you're going to pour this hot syrup all over the nuts and raisins and everything, and kind of try to get it all evenly coated. That's why for me it's better if you have somebody pouring the hot syrup in and somebody else stirring than try to do it yourself, because this is super hot.
Don't try this at home by yourself, is what you're saying.
It's better if you have a helper.
You might have an industrial accident.
It's probably better not to do it that way. So you can start to see the honey is mixed with the sugar, and the sugar's starting to dissolve.
Okay.
And then it's gonna reach 200. I always try and mark it in my mind with my eyeballs on here. So yeah, on that thermometer, so I know where it is. And then it goes in the oven. You pour everything into this.
Okay.
And you have to kind of spoon it, but you'll see this won't take very long to reach that temperature.
So you coat it, and does it start to harden fast? Do you have to get it in there quickly?
Yeah, that's why you have to get it kind of coated onto everything quickly.
Okay.
And then you spoon everything into this pan, and you press it down with your hands, but your hands should be wet to help press.
Okay.
Press it.
It's not too hot. It's cooled off enough.
Yeah, once this goes on to all of that, the flour and all that, those nuts and raisins, but it gets spread out and it's not that hot.
Someone's roasting me in the chat. Off limits to Lisa. What do they mean? Oh, I think it's in reference to accidental,
yes, I think it's kitchen accidents someone's speaking about.
Yes, I'm sure.
Maybe you should let everyone know how your eye is.
My eye again has lots of concealer on right now. It is getting better. For those of you who want to know the eye update. Yeah, I mean, I'm recovering. It's really weird. My body is the part of me that is wrecked. Like when you make a fall,
I laugh at you, but yes, no, it's like being in an accident.
No, it's crazy. It's like a car hit me or something.
You had a car fall out of the sky and hit you in the head.
Or fell off a horse or something. You know what I mean? It's really weird, and I'm feeling better, but I'm gonna be fine. I just feel really lucky that it didn't decide to fall somewhere really dangerous, So I it is what it is. So I will be staying away from the Panforte. Making it by myself. I've got Debriana here making it with David, so we're good.
Yeah, it's all good.
We're good.
Okay. We're at 200, so
safe.
We'll be there in a sec.
When we say stay safe and stay home, we have different meanings to that than most people on Corona Kitchen.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I know.
Yeah, it was an adventure today. I had no idea we were going to be standing outside in the snow when I left. But I think everybody got the same idea to go to Trader Joe's at the same time.
Our town is so funny when the weather hits. If you know that it's going to hit, that we don't have these lines, but when it's kind of a surprise on people, they panic. They're like, I might get snowed in. We better go buy everything. And
obviously they don't have my freezer.
Not everybody has Debriana's freezer. Okay.
No.
That's the thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you can see it's starting to get candy-like. We're almost there.
Wow.
Yeah,
candy is an art unto itself. The art of using sugar in different, sweets is unbelievable. The complexity of it. It's chemistry.
So you're seeing me really keep an eye on this, because once it hits like a certain point, it starts to go fast. Like you want to make sure you're at the right temperature. And
is David at the ready right now to help
yes,
you?
I'm ready here.
Hey, are you ready for this?
Stir, or do you want to pour?
Okay.
Let me just stir.
Here we go, everybody. How are we gonna do this? Okay.
No, you pour.
Let me
All
pour.
right, yeah. There. Okay, wait a second. I'm gonna pull the thermometer out. These thermometers get freaking hot. So
Be careful. Don't burn yourself. Okay.
All right.
Are we ready? Will they do it? The stakes are high.
All right, yeah, get out of the way. Okay, go.
There it is. Look at that teamwork.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Nice.
So you want it to come out kind of slow while while the stirring is happening.
Wow. This is like hashtag relationship goals right here. Okay. Wow. That is so great. It's happening. Look how they work together. That's nice.
We're setting an example.
You do.
Christmas love.
Christmas love. Right. That's love right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now it's starting to get thick here. And
it's a race against the clock.
I know.
It's
like the great cookie race.
Oh my God. Wow.
In here?
We're all waiting with bated breath. Will it make it into the chocolate coated pan?
Yeah. So you can see it's David will bring oh my gosh, it smells so good. He'll bring the camera over so you can see it.
Okay.
So
wow. Oh, look at that. Oh, Debrianna, that looks good. Oh my God, that looks so good.
Yeah.
Wow.
So now I'm gonna it's really heavy.
That is you need to have muscles to do that.
Want it?
Yeah, here, you can do that. I'll wet my hands while you do it.
Hold it. We need someone
Go.
Okay.
Okay, so he's doing that, and I'm gonna push it into the pan.
Oh my
My
God.
hands are a little wet. That helps because it's so sticky.
Right.
That's why I'm gonna wet my hands again.
Oh my God. This is the most intense we've had on Carolina.
This is action.
It's action packed.
Action packed.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Here they go. Wow.
Get it off the spoon.
Get it off the spoon.
And then you want to sort of, it won't like spread. You have to kind of move it into place.
Okay, you're smushing it down. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Wow.
Yeah. All right. So let me wet my hands one more time.
Amazing. Amazing. Wow.
Okay, then it will go in the oven at 300 for about an hour. And the sides start to sort of bubble up. And that's how you know it's done.
Oh, yummy.
Okay,
that's
now,
so good.
I can bring the camera over to see.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Look at that. There we are.
Yeah.
Did it.
That's my baby.
You did it. Bravo.
Yeah. And this is, even though this is a small, like this is a 9-inch pan, because when you cut it into such small chunks, it makes a lot.
Wow. Look at that. Oh, wow. That's so exciting.
That's pretty, isn't it?
You did it.
It smells so good.
Don't you want to taste some? I would be like eating half the bowl.
I'm not a raw dough person.
I always eat the dough. It's my downfall.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not. I know people like cookie dough ice cream and stuff. I'm like, no.
Yeah. That speaks to me. Cookie dough ice cream speaks to me.
But
Wow.
this isn't really dough. This is just chocolate and honey coated nuts and raisins.
Right.
So
And the butter, it's gonna have that like buttery side to it.
Yeah. Buttery chocolate sides. Oops, I gotta fix that
Okay,
up.
so someone's asking, how deep is the pan?
It's a springform pan. However, they're all kind of the same deep. But you want it in a springform pan because you're gonna want to pop it out,
Right.
and then cover the whole thing in plastic,
Right.
and let it sit for a week before you cut it.
Wow. Someone else asked, do you all make fudge? Well,
No, I don't like fudge.
remember when I made those $1 million bars? Those millionaire bars, those have the peanut butter fudge in them. I mean, I like fudge. I
don't.
I get excited about it, and then I eat like 3 bites, and then it makes me sick. You
Yeah,
know?
it's too sweet for me.
It's very sugary, but it's
Yeah.
good.
And it's not. I've never had it so that it's quite chocolatey enough for my taste. You know,
I
like
know.
you don't really get the taste of chocolate. For me, I only get cloyingly sweet, so I don't eat it.
I know what you mean, and I don't like that either. But I have had fudge that is not as sweet and with really dark chocolate and probably more along the lines of what you would like. But not very many people make it that way.
Yeah. So I don't. I make cookies. That's the closest thing you'll see me ever make to fudge.
You're the cookie queen.
Yeah.
Well, that looks spectacular. I can't wait to see.
Yeah. I'll
Do you
post
have
it.
powdered sugar on the top, or no? Or do you no? Just
No,
the
I just cut it into little squares, and
wow.
everybody gets two squares.
Yum. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
it's pretty delish. So I mean, for all of that, there's not a lot of sugar in it. For those, you know, when it spreads out that far, and
Right.
but the dried fruit has its own sweetness. So
Yeah. That's my kind of fruit nut cake. What you just made are like all of my favorite dried fruits, and not too much sugar, and the butter and the chocolate. It's going to be so delicious, more than like that overly sugary, more traditional.
if I was going to do anything, and I thought about this, and I haven't done it yet, maybe I'll do it this year, I would do a top coat of chocolate, like melted chocolate, so that it got, you know, like, or dip each piece in chocolate. I would do that before I would add like a really dark chocolate.
That sounds good.
But that's all I do.
Yay! Well, more holiday baking for y'all. So, enjoy.
Yeah. We're glad you're here, and we shall say a couple things. One is, if you're new to us, would you please go subscribe to us on YouTube? That'll really help us. We're trying to get to 3,000 people on our Facebook page, so you could tell people about that. There's a couple of organizations. Yeah, that would really help. 3,000 for Christmas.
It's so easy to invite people on the Facebook page. If you go to the right-hand side of Corona Kitchen, it's like invite friends, click, and then it's so easy.
Just invite a few more. So there's a couple things in this scroll down there. Florida RRC is to help people who have done time and get their voting rights back, so they're no longer discriminated against. That's really important. Fair Fight, Stacey Abrams group, we need to get the Senate.
January 5th, that's the election day in Georgia. Got a lot to do.
I'm doing postcards, so Postcards of Swing Voters is up there. And we are really encouraging people to shop local, to give local, to help people who may be hungry. If you have, local food organizations. Holiday Gift Collective is a collective of artists. Our dear, your sister, and my friend Holly has her pop-up shop there. And there's local artists from the region she lives in if you want to visit them and get some handmade stuff for Christmas.
Also, like today I bought some stuff on Etsy, you know, because there's Etsy and Redbubble and these other places there. Well, you will get your gift on time, and they tell you like when you could expect it. So it's not like you have to go on Amazon, and you could really help an artist sell their wares and make a living right now because it's a pandemic and it's hard, you know.
Yeah, it's a hard time. So if we can sort of spread out our gift giving to local artists or artists that are online, like at Etsy. And also, if you do have to buy through Amazon, I always use a link. There's ways to donate through Amazon, but I always go to Bob Seska's site and go to his Amazon link. So that helps him get a little help and support for his podcast. And we love to support our friends.
Yes. And please, you know, be safe out there. Wear a mask.
Please.
Got a lot of stuff going on. Wash your hands. Please stay safe, people. And happy first night of Hanukkah.
Happy first night of Hanukkah to all of our
light
friends out there who are celebrating. Yes.
First candles tonight. So
Whoa.
Anyway.
Why later too?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's going crazy.
Going crazy. Bye, everybody.
I'll blame it on the snow.
Tomorrow night. You know what Friday night means? Tomorrow night.
I needed that cocktail this afternoon.